Why smart people fail. 6 habits that lead to epic downfalls. You'd think that being intelligent would automatically lead to success, right? But the truth is, plenty of incredibly smart people crash and burn. A professor, a leading expert in business strategy, spent years researching this phenomenon, interviewing CEOs at all levels to understand why. He was always looking to discover the thoughts of key executives and find the reasons why they made disastrous decisions. He was fascinated by the disconnect between intelligence and positive outcomes. What he found was a set of common patterns, a collection of self-destructive habits that even the brightest minds can fall prey to. Here are 6 key traits of intelligent people who fail. 1. They think they're invincible. The curse of the unstoppable ego. Many intelligent individuals believe their success is a given. They become so enamored with their own ideas and abilities that they develop a sense of invincibility. They're convinced that competitors will never catch up, circumstances will never change, and no disruptor can possibly emerge. This kind of unrealistic expectation almost guarantees failure. It's like walking a tightrope without a safety net, convinced you can't possibly fall. That's why it's crucial for leaders, especially when they're at the top of their game, to constantly question their position and remain open to the possibility of being wrong. 2. They lose sight of the why. Obsessed with image over substance. The leaders in the professor's research held high positions and were obsessed with the corporate image. Many were so preoccupied with building the company's facade that they neglected to invest time in working effectively. This leads to stagnation, dishonesty, and even corruption. When someone treats the company as their personal property, they're more likely to cover up anything that might tarnish its image, even if it means hiding serious problems. 3. They believe they're the smartest person in the room. The downfall of intellectual arrogance. Many leaders are acutely aware of their own intelligence. In fact, their identity becomes so intertwined with their intellect that they start to believe they don't need input from others. They make snap decisions and refuse to entertain questions or dissenting opinions. While this might fit the image of a strong, decisive leader, it's fundamentally reckless and often leads to colossal mistakes. The less you care about what others think, the higher your chances of failure. 4. They surround themselves with yes-men, the echo chamber of failure. Some leaders are so obsessed with loyalty that they demand blind agreement with every decision they make. This creates an environment where valuable employees feel alienated and eventually fall silent. When a leader views disagreement as disloyalty or a threat to their authority, no one will dare to warn them about their mistakes. This creates an echo chamber where bad ideas are amplified and potential disasters go unnoticed until it's too late. 5. They're blinded by their own vision, ignoring reality for a fantasy. Some leaders become so infatuated with their personal vision that they're willing to drive their company off a cliff in pursuit of it. They might solicit feedback and suggestions, but it's all for show. They have no intention of deviating from their predetermined course. While is an admirable quality in a leader, it shouldn't come at the expense of reality. Ignoring facts and dismissing valid concerns is a recipe for disaster. Making decisions only for show or for the sake of it only makes the leader increasingly worse off because of the decisions that only they make, because that decision does not have the combined strength of the team. 6. They're stuck in the past, clinging to what worked before. Analyzing past successes and failures is essential for growth and learning. However, the past should not be the primary driver of future decisions. Customer needs, technology, and the competitive landscape can change in the blink of an eye. Successful leaders understand this and are constantly adapting to their environment. Be prepared to discard outdated practices and innovate to propel your company toward sustainable growth. The takeaway: humility, openness, and adaptability are key. The common thread running through all these traits is a lack of humility, an unwillingness to listen to others, and an inability to adapt to changing circumstances. Intelligence alone is not enough to guarantee success. In fact, it can be a liability if it leads to arrogance and closed-mindedness. To avoid these pitfalls, leaders need to cultivate humility. Recognize that you don't have all the answers and that others can offer valuable insights. Openness. Be receptive to feedback, even when it's critical. Encourage dissent and create a safe space for people to share their concerns. Adaptability. Be willing to change course when necessary. Don't be afraid to abandon outdated strategies and embrace new approaches. By embracing these principles, even the most intelligent individuals can avoid the traps that lead to failure and achieve lasting success. It's not about being the smartest person in the room. It's about being the wisest and most adaptable.